This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone. First, Hi everyone. This is Wahid Khan. I'll be the trainer for you guys for this full stack development course. First of all, let's just confirm that am I audible to all people? Can you listen me out? If you are,
Yes.
yeah, if you are listening me out, please put a message inside that chat box that you are listening me out. Okay. And say this. Soon we are going to start a sessions. I'm giving 5 more minutes for the people who are, we supposed to expect more people out. Okay, so I'm giving 5 more minutes for those people who are yet to come. Okay, so then soon we'll start a session. Okay, till then, be patient. I'll start a session soon. Yeah. Uh, See, guys, if you have any queries, please use chat box for mentioning your queries. Okay, at the end of the session, I'll take one QA answer session, and this QA answer session will I'll solve your all queries there. So be patient till that time, so that we can reach to end and solve your questions at the end of the session. Till that time, be patient. If you have any queries, please use chat box for discussing your query. Okay, and I'll be requesting all your people so that during session, please keep your mic on mute mode, and please do not share your cam or mic while meeting, so that we can avoid unnecessary disturbances. Okay, so if you have any query, please use chat box for query. Soon I'll share my screen with you all people. I'm waiting for the confirmation from admin side. As soon as I get confirmation from admin people, I'll start the session. Till that time, we can chat how things are going. Everything's fine, right? That you can listen me properly. You can listen me properly, right? Yeah. You can use chat box for same. Fine. So we'll wait. We'll wait. Yeah, I got. Okay. See, guys, I keep myself as mute mode. That's why you was not audible to my voice. Soon I'll start a session. Okay. So let's just begin with introductory things so that I can finish my introduction, who I am, and what I'm going to teach you out throughout my full stack development sessions. So let's talk about that thing. I'll share my screen with you people now. Just get confirmed that are you able to see my screen properly or not. Okay, you can put inside chat box that the screen, whatever the complete JavaScript development is there in front of you, can you see it or not? Okay, are you able to see my screen now? Okay, fine. Thank you, Soundarya. Okay, for the confirmation for acknowledging. Pratibha also. Okay, fine. Let's just begin. Uh, Let me just quickly share this out. See, this course is all about the complete JavaScript based development, and I call this course as full stack development because inside this course we are going to learn every single aspects of development side. That means here inside this course, a person who's calling himself as a full stack developer, he's supposed to be having code inside frontend as well as he's supposed to code in backend. Plus, he's supposed to have a testing knowledge as well as some source code management knowledge. I'll talk all about these things. But before beginning with this, I'll talk about my introduction. Okay, as you people know, my name is Wahid Khan. I'll be the instructor for you guys for this full stack development course. Okay, coming to my background, see, I call myself as a full stack developer because I possess a lot of skills. I have started my career with and from past 6 to 7 years, I've been helping company in to develop a software in different domain. Basically, I started my career as an Android developer. Then I switched my career to Java backend. I started coding with Java, Spring, Hibernate Boot, and all Java related framework. Then this Node.js came into the market, and I started coding with Node. So I can call myself as a backend developer in two domain, in Java as well as Node. Then I started coding towards front end side also for like a framework like Angular JS, Ajax, jQuery. Plus, then Angular came into the market. I started coding with Angular JS also. So currently, I'm handling two projects: one Spring based project as well as one Node.js based project. That's why that will be my background side. I'm currently working somewhere, and I'm going to train you the current working knowledge with you people out there. That means whatever I've learned throughout my learning journey experiences, I'm a real-time developer. I'm going to share entire real-time knowledge towards you people. Okay. See, I'm very passionate about my coding. I have very much confidence towards my coding skills. I'm trying to deliver that only to you people. See, goals of this training is what? See, at the end, you're supposed to be capable enough to develop a website as well as one web application. This course entirely frame out towards web application development. That means here you're going to learn how to develop a website by using front-end technology. Don't worry, I'm going to start from very scratch, from very beginning, okay, and take you towards a development of a website. I'll show you how to develop a website to us by using front-end related technology. Same, what I'm going to teach, I'm going to teach a mean stack based project to you here inside this class, started from very scratch, very beginning level, and reach and take you guys to the end of so that you can have a complete web application inside your plate. Okay, so the only one goal is of this course is what is supposed to be able to code. See, my trainings are mostly towards practice oriented, project oriented. That means whatever the web application development or whatever the website development I'll teach you with the code. That means I'll take a website and teach you the front end technology. Similarly, I'll take a mean stack project and teach you complete web application development along with the mean stack. Okay. So that is only one goal of this particular training. That means whatever the student is coming for my classes, he's supposed to be end up with a lot of coding knowledge, practical knowledge, hands-on. See, basically, I'll tell you one story that I joined Visualpath for freelancing projects. I wanted to take projects from Visualpath. They offered me this training. Okay, so I successfully have done, inside, I do take offline trainings also. So I have successfully finished nearly 10 to 11 batches. In online training also, I'm moving towards slowly ahead towards training. For me, majoritarily, my classes will be based on code. For theory part, what I have done, I have make my tutorials as well as have everything documented very well so that you can refer that and move ahead. Okay. So if I start the demo now, that's what it's all about, my introduction. Okay, and I'll be looking forward towards you guys so that you can attend session calmly. I know you people maybe, some people may be experienced, some people may be freshers. So experienced people, it's very, I have construct my course like that. Any fresher can fit inside, as well as any experienced people can also fit inside. That means experienced people can upgrade their skills, and fresher people can learn everything from very beginning, very scratch. Okay, so if you call yourself as a full stack developer, okay, I'll start the demo. That if you call yourself as a full stack developer, you're supposed to possess a lot of skills. Skills towards front end, skills towards backends, skills towards DB, skills towards test, okay, skills towards API development, okay, skills towards your front end development with some frameworks. You're supposed to learn a lot of stuff, then you can call yourself as a full stack developer. See, inside front end, we have front end different technology. This course is all about web development. That means here we are going to focus on web related technologies. Web related technologies in the sense we'll learn HTML5, CSS. I'll teach you some Bootstrap, how to integrate with HTML and make your whatever the website or web application is mobile responsive. So I'll use this one. Along with that, I'll teach you JavaScript as well as Angular framework. Actually, this is old slide for me. That's why it is Angular JS is written here. But I'm not going to teach you Angular JS. I'll teach you recent version of Angular. That is Angular 2 onwards. Okay. Similarly, once I'm done with the front end, I'll take it towards backend journey. Inside backend journey, I'll start with a database, that is MongoDB. Then slowly we'll move towards Node.js, JavaScript, and all this technology we'll learn. To communicate this front end and back end together, we are going to generate an API. That means we are going to generate some middleware that is going to interact between front end and the back end. Okay, so these will be the front end journey and back end journey. No, actually, these are the very less things I explain here, but we'll have a lot of stuff. See, I organize my course in very well structured format that anyone can fit inside. So see, before starting everything, I'll tell you, you're going to learn the complete JavaScript based development, and your backend will be concentrated towards Node.js. That is, if I call this thing as, I'll call a mean stack based backend you'll have. See here, if you might have heard of mean stack, this mean stack stands for MongoDB, Express, Angular, and Node. Is MongoDB is one of the NoSQL database. Don't worry, I'll tell you what is SQL, what is NoSQL, and which are faster database, which are slower database, and which one nowadays are famous and companies are utilizing it. Because of faster responses, NoSQL database are got very famous, and it is because of its generic nature. We can use NoSQL database anywhere. We can use inside search engine, we can use in caches, we can use in a lot of different domains. That's why NoSQL database becomes very famous nowadays. Okay, so we learn NoSQL database. That is what MongoDB we are going to learn here. Along with that, I'm going to teach you something called as Express.js. This Express.js is one of the Node.js framework. See, if I talk about language such as Java, you might heard of Spring or Hibernate. These are the frameworks. Inside Java, Spring is one of the web development framework. Okay, we use to code. Similarly, here we are going to learn Node.js. Node.js will have a web development framework called as Express. This Express we are going to learn here. Similarly, here I have written AngularJS, but we are not going to learn Angular. We are going to learn Angular 2 onwards. That will be our front-end framework to code inside front side. Similarly, we are going to focus on something called as Node.js. That is our base platform to code everything. We are going to learn backend development with the help of Node. Similarly, we are going to learn front-end development with the help of Node, because this recent version of Angular uses Node as a basic platform to code for development environment. We'll see all those stuff as we move ahead. For now, I'm just giving introduction, where is what. As I said to you guys that in this demo, okay, I'll take you towards what is full stack and how full stack works, how our course journey is going to move ahead. And approach of this course will be, what will be the approach of this course, and I'll give at the end of the sessions, I'll give you the demo that what application we are going to construct. Okay, these things will be there inside. So I'll take a pause, like so that I can see everything is fine. Let me just see everything is fine or not. Then I'll move ahead. Yeah, so I think till then everything is fine. See this out. If I talk about course roadmap inside this course, inside these sessions, what we are going to have, I'll start your journey with basically here I'm going to use platform as Linux or Windows platform. You can choose anything, but basically majority let's choose sometime Linux platform, sometime Windows platform, anywhere. But I'll start your course journey with something called as version control system, or we can call as SCM. See, before writing source code, we're supposed to be capable enough to manage a source code. That means what? If I'm a developer, why am I supposed to handle the source code out? See, if you go to certain company, every company nowadays work with something called a source code management or version control system. In the company, you'll not be the only developer who are going to code. There will be a team of members. There will be at least 4 people, 5 people who are coding, who are coding together and generating some output or generating some source code. That means you're supposed to you're supposed to be capable enough to integrate multiple people's source code together. That time, what we're supposed to learn? We're supposed to learn source code management. My first class will begin with what? Git version control system only. So we are going to learn source code management. That means what? Before writing source code, we'll learn how to manage it out. For that purpose, we are going to learn something called as Git. Okay. Once I'm done with version control system, I'll take journey towards front-end development. Inside front-end development, I'll start with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. This HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, we are going to form a website here. I'm going to generate a website with this HTML and CSS and JavaScript. I'll give this website to you people. I'll generate in front of you. Same code you have to write it down. Same code you have to generate. Okay. And then at the end of the session, once I'm done with this HTML, CSS website, see, it's all about give and take classes for me. That means I'm going to give a website to you people. Same way, what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to submit one website from your side, so that you'll have a practice towards your front-end development. Okay. See, here I'm going to teach you HTML, CSS, JavaScript, not separate. See, if you're working in any company, the most important part is what? Integration. That how your one technology is integrated with another one. Like how your HTML is interact with CSS, or how your CSS or HTML interact with JavaScript, that how your JavaScript interact with backend. So all these things are what? Integration. That means here my major focus will be on integration only. So I'll collate everything together. That means I'll start everything at once. That's why I'm taking one website, develop in front of you, so that you people will have understanding that how things goes together. Here, I have not mentioned something called as HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Along with that, I'll teach you something called as Bootstrap framework. There will be 2 classes on Bootstrap, so that I can show you how to integrate Bootstrap and how to learn move ahead. I'm not going to take an entire Bootstrap framework, but I'll give a introductory sessions towards Bootstrap, so that you can understand how Bootstrap can be integrated with HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Once I'm done with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, that is what my front-end technology, I'll move towards database. So that you'll understand, I'll take a database that is what? NoSQL database, MongoDB. Once you learn MongoDB, and inside MongoDB also I'll teach you a lot of stuff. I'll teach you how to handle MongoDB with the help of CLI. I'll teach you how to handle MongoDB with the help of GUI tools. Okay, and I'll give this will be a local MongoDB database for us. I'll replace this local MongoDB database with something called as MLab, that is remote service of MongoDB database. Okay, so I'll cover database structure there. Okay, once I'm done with the database, I'll take you slowly towards backend. Inside backend, we'll choose what? Node.js as a platform. I'll start coding with basic of Node. Okay, for learning basic of Node, see here in front end, anyways, we are going to learn JavaScript from beginning to advanced level, so that here we can code with JavaScript, as well as here we can code with JavaScript. That means what? We can code front end with JavaScript, similarly back end with JavaScript, as well as your database with JavaScript. So here we learn a JavaScript, same JavaScript I'm going to implement along with Node.js platform. Okay, Node.js platform basically uses server-side JavaScript to write a code. Here a piece of source code is going to generate a server for us. Okay, while working with this thing, I'll integrate a lot of frameworks. I'll use Express for writing REST APIs. Okay, I'll teach you what is REST API, what is web services and all. But I'll use this Express for generating RESTful API. Then I'll use something called as JWT or tokens. Like to secure API, sometimes we use token-based authorization. We'll pass a token to a client store a token. I'll talk about all this thing in detail now. Okay, so send a token, client will accept the token and show it towards client side. Then every request, it will pass that token to the server. That whatever the evaluation will going to happen, it's going to happen based on token. I know now this time it's going too much in a lot of jargon words are coming, but I'll reduce while going to a sessions, I'll reduce down these words to practical ways. So that at the time you'll understand what I'm talking about. For not just learn and listen like Alibaba story, then you can forget this Alibaba story. Don't worry, there's no problem for me. At the end, we are going to make this Alibaba story realistic. Okay. Anyways, I'm good at telling a lot of Alibaba stories. For me, my courses goes on based on Alibaba stories only. Okay. Alibaba with 40 thieves. Okay. I can't see you people out, but you can imagine. So I'm going to giving you, imagine these are all about Alibaba stories now. You listen and forget, no problem. Anyways, we are going to cover at the end. Okay. Now I'm going to use a frame while working with backend. We'll use a lot of framework like JWT for token authorization, Log4j for generating logging system. Okay, we'll have a logging system within our application. I'll use BigCrypt for encryption, decryption. I'll use Mongoose or for schema designing. A lot of tools I'm going to integrate towards backend side. Once I'm done with the backend, I'll take your journey towards your front end. Inside front end, we are going to learn something called as Angular 2 framework, the recent version of Angular 2. This recent version of Angular 2, okay, nowadays we have a very famous tool that is Angular. A lot of people are demanding, a lot of opportunities are available with only Angular. So I'm going to take a recent version of Angular, Angular 2 plus onwards, like Angular 2, 2.1, 2.2, like then it will come like 4, 5, 6, and 7. Currently, it is 7th version of Angular. So this will be there. How I'm going to take your journey throughout. I start with here, then I'll go with slowly move ahead with this one. I'll go towards each domain and we'll cover it out. See, agenda of this course is like I have these topics mentioned inside. Like I'm going to start very good with JavaScript. First I'll start with Git, then JavaScript. Okay. I'm going to take a recent version of Angular. Like, I'll start everything. Actually, if you're learning newer Angular, you're supposed to call that I'm learning Angular only. Okay, those are upgraded version. It's like Java. Inside Java, we have Java 1.7, 1.2, 1.3, 1.5, 1.8. Like that only. In Angular also, we have upgraded version. Like Angular 2, Angular 2.1, 2.2. They have inside every upgraded version, they may add a new feature or they may add some a bug fix related to previous version. So what we are going to do, we are going to learn every newer version. In Angular 7, they have done only bug fixes. They don't have major release. Angular 7 is a current release, and the majority inside that release there are bug fixes only. Getting what I'm saying, right? Angular 6 has a lot of new concepts inside. So we're going to learn the newer version of Angular, not Angular JS. It will be recent version of Angular. Got it? This will be the agenda I'm going to take. I'll not bore you people out with all this thing. So first of all, if you're learning full stack development, and if you're choosing mean stack, why we are going to learn mean stack? See, inside this mean stack, what we are going to do, we are going to learn entire backend development along with mean stack technology. And why we're supposed to learn mean stack? Because here it's only one language. See, if I talk in terms of developer point of view, it's being very easier to choose Node.js and become a full stack developer. If I talk about Java, inside Java, you're supposed to learn Java technology. It takes around 4 months to learn core part of it. Then you go with a lot of frameworks. Again, it takes around 4 months or 5 months duration. That will be around a year to become a full stack developer with what? Java language. But if I talk about Node, Node is pretty much easy. You're supposed to learn only one language. That is what JavaScript. In front end, you'll code JavaScript. In back end, you'll code JavaScript, as well as database, you can code with JavaScript only. Front to back, back to DB, everything is single language. That's why I call JavaScript as isomorphic. And that's why it becomes easier as in terms of development point of view to learn and move, become a full stack developer. Not only that, see, I'm a Java developer. I can tell you the pain coding in Java as well as the pain coding in Node. That means what? See, if you're learning Node based or JavaScript based development, there, if I talk in terms of project deadlines also, Java project takes minimum 1 month, or like Java project takes around 4 months or 5 months duration to complete a first phase. Same project, like 4 months, 5 months, you can reduce down to 1 month or 1.5 month inside Node. That much shorter time Node.js take for the development. That means what? According to company's perspective also, the development time got reduced. That's why people are adopting Node. A lot of good companies are adopting Node.js as their developing platform. Okay, so that they can reduce the time. Time is all about, right? So we can deliver the product as faster as we want. That's why people are choosing mean stack based development. One language, it's sustainable, stable, and on a lot of growing traffic, and it can handle more traffic. Okay, the functionality towards Node.js, it works on something called as non-blocking IO. Due to I'll tell you what it is. Because of non-blocking IO, what happened? Your Node.js can handle a lot of traffic. Like it can handle 18,000 requests. Okay, I'm telling you, according to Node.js article, it can handle 18,000 requests per second. That faster it is. If I compare Java as well as Node, see, I'm comparing here these two technology because so that you can have a clear understanding. If I talk about Node and Java, learning point of view, learning time, it's time consuming inside Java, less time inside Node. Similarly, project delivery time is more in Java. Similarly, project delivery time less in Node. If I talk about, in terms of traffic handling, your Java is also capable enough to handle a lot of traffic. Similarly, your Node.js is also capable enough to handle a lot of traffic. But if I talk in terms of responses, your Java is not that very quick responsive, but your Java Node.js is very quick responsive. That will have a faster response inside Node.js, as both are very good at handling traffic, but Java gives slower response. Node.js gives faster response because of non-blocking IO. I'll talk about this thing later. But here, what we're going to focus on, we're going to focus, I'll tell you detail later why it is happening and why so all those stuff as we move towards sessions. Okay, I don't want to put it too much technical today, first session. So that's why we'll learn all those stuff. But it's capable enough to handle this thing. And it's offered wide range of third-party APIs and third-party packages along with Node.js. See, we have something called as NPM here, which is considered as world largest package management system. That means what? We can have pretty much every single API, every single package available with Node. Okay, I'll talk about what is API. Anyway, everything is going to, today is all about Alibaba story, consider like that, because I'm going to use a lot of jargon words. And as we move towards classes, we'll reduce that, we'll understand this word, what it is, what is what. Okay. So I'll not bore you people with a lot of theory. I'll go directly. This will be I have taken some small topics inside JavaScript, okay, and the MongoDB, okay, then Node.js. Okay, I'll not read it out for you people, but we'll start with a lot of stuff here. Now, if you're thinking that Node.js, why to learn it out? See, I'll recommend you based on these companies. See, I say Java is secure as well as Node is also secure. Company like PayPal, okay, using Node.js as a platform, Node.js as well as MongoDB as their basics platform for transactions. PayPal is world largest payment gateway system, right? And that's if PayPal is using it, that means you can understand how faster PayPal, how secure Node.js will be. And they're using Node.js because of a lot of advantages there towards Node. Okay, as I compare few advantages in front of you people. Similarly, companies like eBay, Walmart, okay, LinkedIn, okay, LinkedIn reduced. There was one article that LinkedIn reduced their around 2,200 server to around 7 to 800 server via Node.js platform. Earlier, they was working on something called as ROR, Ruby on Rails. They adapted something Node.js inside their platform, main developing platform. Uber is there, Ola is there. These are the good companies who are adopting Node.js as a basics platform to develop. Okay, that's how you can understand this Node.js is secure and why companies are using rapidly towards development. That's what we are going to learn here. And you can, you can have your R&D from your side, that what to learn, what not to learn, okay, from your side, so that you can understand what are the things available and how we can move ahead. Okay, for now, let me check everything fine or not. I'll go here. Yeah, everything fine, it seems. See this out. What I'll do, I'll till this time, I think you people can hear me out. I'll just close my presentation. I'll take you towards something called as mean stack architecture. But before moving to this one, I just want to get confirmed that you people are in sync with me, right? Yeah. So if you are in sync with me, just say yes so that I can confirm. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Pratibha. Fine. See this out. I have given a lot of theory to you people, but now what we'll see. Uh, 1 second. 1 second, guys. Let me just unzoom it. Yeah, I think you people can see it now. See this out. What is there here? Now, if I talk about this inside this course, what we are going to focus, say this out. Here, what I'm going to choose is inside your application, I'm going to generate, this is my complete mean stack based architecture. Okay. So this is what my complete mean stack based architecture, that's what we are going to develop here. This architecture, this architecture is for mean stack development. We're going to use this one only for developing the entire application. Now I'll start with this. See, we are going to learn a lot of front-end related technology. If I talk about mean stack architecture or web development, inside web development, see, we already said you guys, we are going to use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for the front-end development. See, imagine like this. Okay, you're developing a web application. Imagine you're developing an application related to OLX, or you're developing application like some e-commerce application like Amazon. You open your portal, you open your Chrome, which is a web client, and you go and type there Amazon.com, OLX.com. Once you type that thing, you're going to the actual domain of that particular application. Okay, once you go there, that means what you're doing by using some client, by using this client, for example, imagine these are my clients. By using these clients, these are the browsers, for example. By using these clients, you're sending requests to what? You're sending requests to the front-end server they're using. There will be one front-end server for their application. You're using front-end server of Amazon or OLX to send a request. That means what? This is my front-end server. Via front-end, this is my client, a browser or a mobile device, anywhere, any client. I'll take this client to hit a request to the front-end server. Front-end server will take my request. Here I'm going to use HTML, CSS, JavaScript, as well as Angular. I'm going to use to generate a front-end server. By using these technology, we're going to form a front-end server here. Okay, so by using these technology, we'll have what? Front-end server. So my technology inside mean stack architecture, if I talk about mean stack architecture, this is my mean architecture. Inside my mean architecture, what happened? Entire technology fits here. So if I talk about mean stack architecture, See, inside mean stack architecture, this will be the front end I'm going to use. Angular will be here available here. Okay. Now, once I'm done with the front end development or front end server development, what I'll do, I'll take you towards back end development, I said, right? So inside back end development, we are going to start our journey with NoSQL MongoDB database. That means, see, like, you're hitting, you're going to, for example, you're going to Amazon, okay, and you're seeing one product there. Once you go to the Amazon server, you hit a request to the Amazon front end server. Imagine this is the Amazon front end server. After hitting a request via Amazon to the Amazon front end server, it gives request to the Amazon backend server. Okay. For now, for a second, imagine that this backend server is written in Node.js. So my request is traveling from the web browser or web client to the front end server. Front end server gives request to the backend server. Okay. Backend server take this request and look for the data into the DB. That means front end server gives a request to the backend server gives a request to the database. See, this is, if in terms of talking, it look very simple. Okay, but in terms of development, if I talk about development point of view, this front end server is going to be developed with web related technology. Imagine that this Amazon uses what Angular as a front end development for them. So we are going to learn that front end development, how request is going to come to our platform. Okay, I'll teach you how to, I'll start with what development, and I'll take you towards deployment also, how you can deploy your application inside Angular. Okay, not only that, we are going to learn Angular related test casing also here. See, if I talk about Angular, inside Angular, we have three different type of test cases. We have unit test, we have integration test, we have end-to-end test also. Unit test and integration I'm going to cover with the help of a framework called as Karma and Jasmine. These are Angular related framework to write test cases. See, nowadays, if you call yourself as a developer, that means you're supposed to compulsory write test cases for your code. So I'm going to teach you how to write test cases along with unit test as well as integration test. There is something called as end-to-end test cases is also added inside Angular framework. This end-to-end test cases is our automated test. Even your integration and unit tests are automated tests, but your end-to-end test cases is like integration testing. So it's like regression testing. See, testers have certain job, right? Earlier, unit test and integration test was the responsibility of developer. Developer used to write that test cases. But nowadays, there is something called as end-to-end test, and this end-to-end test is done inside Angular framework only. We are going to write end-to-end test. For example, there's one login form. A normal user entered some username and password. He get login. He'll have some after login. He'll get some data. He'll get some data. So for that, automatically browser supposed to get open. Okay, inside client browser supposed to get open, and automatically fields data supposed to get insert inside login form. Automatically he get login. After that, automatically he'll get a new navigation page. These things are automatically going to be tested via end-to-end test cases. So we are going to write test cases inside Angular. Okay, front-end side test cases we call it. So once I'm done with the front-end technology, I'll take you towards back-end side. That too, I'll start with MongoDB database. MongoDB database, we are going to learn something called as MongoDB here. Not only MongoDB, I'll teach you MongoDB CLI, as well as I'll teach you something called as your MongoDB related GUI tools also. Not only that, here we're going to cover something called as MLab also. Okay, this MLab will be remote-based database. Okay, remote-based database, we're going to learn that MLab also inside database. Once you're done with MLab or MongoDB, I'll take you towards backend development. For this backend development, here backend server, we're going to choose something called as Node.js, okay, as a developing platform. So here Node.js will be the developing platform. On the top of Node.js, I'm going to integrate a lot of framework like Express to generate some middleware. Similarly, I'm going to use Express framework. See, this is the front end, this is the back end, and this is supposed to be interact with some middleware. I'll put this middleware as a REST API. While working with this Express, I'm going to use this Express to generate this REST API. That means front-end server supposed to interact with back-end server via certain middleware. That middleware will be REST API, and we are going to use Express to generate that REST API for us. Okay, so we are going to use what? We are going to use Express for generating that REST API. Got it? So don't worry, there's a lot of jargon words I know now, but later, once I move ahead towards session, I'll clear each and every single thing step by step tool. Okay, so we'll generate a REST API. Now for collecting data from the DB via application, what I'm going to use something called as drivers. See, I want to run run my database via this application. What I want to drive my database via this application. That time, what you supposed to use? Okay, that time, one second. That time, what I want to run this database via this Node.js server. That time, what I'll use drivers to connect to the DB. Okay, so that drivers, initially I'll start with generic MongoDB driver, then I'll replace the entire code of generic MongoDB driver with some good framework called as Mongoose. See, inside Java also we have framework like Hibernate. Hibernate is one of the ORM tool. Similarly, here inside Node.js we have one ODM tool, that is what Mongoose. So I'm going to replace the generic MongoDB driver code with Mongoose code. Here, this driver will be replaced with what? Mongoose. Actually, internally, Mongoose uses MongoDB driver only, but it gives a lot of schemas and all those structure for us. Here, we are going to learn how to design schema, how to define well-defined structure inside MongoDB database. Okay, so I'll use drivers. Along with that drivers, I'll use a lot of third-party frameworks, such as I'll use Bcrypt.js for encryption decryption. Okay, I'll use something called as npm for package management. Like I can download any dependency, third-party dependency that I want from for example, I want SMS integration, or I want email integration. I want, for example, token integration. I want something called as encryption decryption library. That time I'll use npm to download all these libraries for us. npm is considered as world largest package management system, which has pretty much every single thing. Every single thing there will be a library available with the help of npm. Okay, the ones I'll use npm, then I'll use something called as body parser. Whatever the node code I'm going to develop based on MVC architecture. I'll teach you what is MVC architecture, how you're supposed to develop. By using a lot of frameworks here, I'm going to generate my node server, a real-time developing node server, which sends everything in the form of API. That endpoints, REST endpoints we are going to design, that API is supposed to get consumed inside this Angular frontend. Got it. Now we have seen in Angular, we was doing some testing, right? Unit tests, integration tests, and end-to-end tests. Similarly, for backend also, we are going to learn how to write test cases. That means inside backend, I'm going to teach you Node.js tests, okay, along with the frameworks such as Mocha, Chai, and Chai HTTP. Here we're going to learn how to write unit tests as well as integration tests. There's a lot of stuff I included inside my course. Okay, whatever I'm telling you guys, these things I'm going to cover inside this particular course. My major focus will be on mean part only, so that you can learn Angular and backend technology very well. Okay, so these will be the test case I'll write for the front end as well as in backend. Nowadays, I already said to you people that nowadays writing test cases becomes so much important, so that you can so much important so that you can move ahead with proper what you can say quality analysis of your project. Okay, so this is what compulsion nowadays to learn test cases backend side as well as front end side. So I'm going to teach you all these things here. This will be there inside mean stack architecture for us, and that's how I'm going to generate a project. That's how we are going to generate a project. We'll start with this. Okay, then we'll learn this. Then we'll start with this backend part. Then we'll test. Then we'll write code for the front end. We'll test front end. Similarly, we'll write backend code. We'll test backend code also. Okay, these things will be available inside our mean stack architecture. Okay, so I'll not take much time. What I'll do, I'll go back to my demo here. So inside this one, okay, so these are actually whatever the code I'll write you guys, I'll share you in terms of repositories. Okay, so we have a lot of code written here. We have build generation, we have this one. My code is whatever the project we are going to develop here. This project will be based on this project is like OLX project. There you can add a property and you can sell a property. Like that project I have developed here, so that we can have a real-time touch. Okay, give me a moment, I'll run my project. So my server is running. Okay, similarly, I'll run my backend, front end also. So this will be the project. I'll have front end server separately. I'll have backend server separately. I'll have my DB separately. My database is actually running in MLab. That is a remote database service I'm using. Don't worry, I'm going to teach you how it works. Okay, let my source code get compiled. Takes a moment. Yeah. Once it's successfully compiled, okay, I'll go here and I'll show you the what we are going to develop. I'll go and render my server. Okay, so this will be the application I'm going to develop throughout my course. Okay, what it will have a search bar which is going to give a search. For example, I want to search something, I'll search like I want cars, see related data, it will have search bar. If you want car, you can go and see the car related properties. So it's like OLX project, right? You sell your old car, you get a new car, or you can trade also. Same thing, same scenarios I try to generate here. So which will have this UI for us. For example, this is the UI for me. Okay, I'll have this navigation bar, I'll have these icons, I'll have these videos, and some carousel also here. Along with that, I have search bar which has search activity. For example, I search B. B has bike, books, and jobs. I'll click on bikes. If I click on bikes, I'll get what bike related data here. Okay, so I'll go here, search it out. Once I search, I'll have bike related information here. See, bike has, okay, motorcycles, scooters, bicycles, sport bike. Okay, for example, inside motorcycles, I click, I'll go back to Honda, Royal Enfield. Now image is not there, don't worry about that. Honda, Royal Enfield, then I can add to a card or I can purchase it out. Okay, so I can have this data also. I'll go back to the page again. I'll go back to home page. Once I go back to the home page, I'll have these properties. For example, if I click on this one, I'll have this page. That is what I'm property I'm selling out. I'm selling all properties. For sale, some properties are there. For rent, some properties are new projects are there. For example, if I click on cars, inside cars, I'll have if I click on car, these are my car. Okay. If I click on some commercial vehicle, these are my commercial vehicle, electric rickshaw and all. Okay. For example, I want some spare parts. If I click on spare parts, I have some hydraulic power pack and all those stuff. These are all data we collated, and we have these are the data coming from the DB, coming from the database. Okay, these are not static data. I'm loading all the data from the database. For example, I want to see bike. I'll go to the bike. I'll see motorcycles, Hero Honda, Royal Enfield. Similarly, if I go here, scooters, I'll have scooter Honda Activa and Honda Hero Pleasure. So if you click on detail also, you can see detail also here. I think you can see after login only. So once I have this one, I'll go back to the bicycles. I'll have bicycles. Okay, bicycle for kid, Ion bicycles, something like that. Spare parts, I'll have spare parts related to motorcycles. Okay, so these will be there. Along with this thing, if I click anything and I want to add to cart, that I want to purchase this thing, I'll say add to cart. For add to cart, right now I'm not a logged in user. I'm supposed to be logged in user. Okay, I'm supposed to have logged in user. Once I logged in, it will not ask me anything. So before doing to that, what I'll do, I'll just have a sign up for you people. Okay, we can have sign up with social media accounts also, but for now, I'll just have a sign up normally. I'll take my name here. Okay, this is going to register into DB. For example, I'm going to take this email address, a sample email address I'm putting there. Then I'll have phone number. I'll give a sample phone number for now. Okay, then put some random password. It has proper validations also, that we are going to learn how to validate data. Okay, this button is disabled now. This is not enabled. Okay, see, password must be more than 8 characters. Okay, password or match, this button turn out to highlight. Actually, I added a lot of front-end related validations here. We're going to add that validations also. I'll teach you how. Okay, once I sign up, never what it becomes log out for me. See, login and the sign up, login and sign up button are gone. It becomes logged out user for me. What I can do, I can go back to cars. Okay, inside cars, I was choosing cars. Cars, for example, I was choosing Maruti Suzuki. This I was choosing as this one. So I'll say add to card. Once I say add to card, see now it is not asking me login. It's saying proceed to bill. Okay, this is added to my card. Okay, I can remove also from here. One item is added to cart. See, one item is added inside my cart. I'll go back here. Okay, again, what I'll do, I'll say I want BMW. I'll click on BMW and add to cart. Now, inside my cart, what will be there? There will be BMW as well as Maruti Suzuki. That means we have two card items. Once I say proceed to bill, okay, it will generate a bill for me. Again, what I'll do, I'll go back here. I'll go to the bikes. I want bikes also. I'll go and click on bikes. For example, I want scooter. Inside scooter, I want Honda Activa. I say add to cart. Once I say add to cart, see what will be there. Right now, earlier it was two items. Now it turned out to three items. We have three items inside. What I'll do, I'll go back here and say proceed to bill. Once I say proceed to bill, See, it says Maruti Suzuki, BMW, Honda Actival, then total of these amounts. Okay, then it's add some GST also. Government has given this. This will become very compulsory to add GST nowadays. So we'll add GST. Okay, turn out to around more than 1 lakh. Fine. Then we'll add some tax also. Then we'll have a total bill. If I say buy now, we're supposed to buy a product. Okay, bill payment is done. For now, I've given a sample message. Here you can integrate some other you can navigate to payment domain or you can navigate to any other place. For these things, we are going to develop. These will be the structure I'm going to develop it throughout. Okay, so these will be the structure. This will be the application we are going to make while learning your mean stack application. See what I've done. I'll try to have a real-time application so that you can learn a lot of codings from my side. For everything, what I have well-documented structure, well-documented data. Like I'll share at the end of the session, I'll ask to share a video as well as I'll ask to share the PDF documents also to the people so that you can refer there and here and you can write your code. As I'm saying in the initial session only, I said that I started this training sessions with one goal that at the end you're supposed to be capable enough to develop a project. So not only this one, you can go. I'll show you how to go beyond this. Okay. So for everything, I have developed an exercises. For every single thing, I'll have a part of exercises. We are going to learn that. This is my own project to teach. I'm teaching you. I'm going to teach. I'm teaching this project for multiple batches. Same for this batch also. I'll use the same project to teach out. Okay. This data is going to come. This data is whatever the data is coming here. One bill will be generated for the user Wahid Khan. Okay, and this bill will be with this amount. Okay, so we are going to learn how to develop this application at the end of the course. That's for the demo. I have one website also. Initially, I'll teach you that website. Then this project will come. Okay, so now what we can have. See, this was a demo I wanted to give to you people. Okay, we'll learn a lot of stuff. See, all this data is coming from the GB. All data I printed on my console log so that I can share this data to you people. This is coming from a database. Okay, we are going to use this database data only to render this application. Okay, I have written test cases also for this one also. Okay, so we are going to run our test cases also, but I don't want to consume much time, so I'll just attend your queries. We have only 5 to 10 minutes. I'll attend your queries. That if you have any questions, answer now. You people can shoot me at. You can have your question answered to me. So I'll just check. First of all, let me just clear with this out that if you have any queries. Okay, so yeah, what version of Angular you're going to teach? I'm going to teach you the recent version. Actually, we'll start with Angular 2 onwards only, and we'll cover all 2. Then we'll cover whatever. Actually, there are a lot of newly added feature and upgraded things are coming inside Angular. We'll learn that Angular newly added feature as well as some bug fix. Don't worry. Okay, so whatever version I'll work with the recent version. Whatever the course is designed, I design with all recent technologies only. Okay, I'm going to teach, yes, Angular 6, correct. I'm going to teach you that. And what class timings going forward? What the class timing? My classes will be, I think this will be 8 to 9 o'clock or 8 to 9:30 around. Okay, so I have to get confirmed. It will be 1 hour session or 1.5 hour session. Based on that, it will but it will start after 8 only. Exactly 8 will start. Like today we started at 8 o'clock. Similarly, after that also we'll start with 8 o'clock only. What about introduction to Vue and Ionic as well? No, see Ionic. I work with Ionic. I'll give an introduction that how you can use Ionic framework. But if I start teaching you guys Ionic only, okay, Ionic is for no. I'll tell you other people what Ionic is. See, this guy is asking. Chandrasekhar is asking about Ionic. See, Ionic is alternative framework that we can. It's a wrapper basically. We can convert our Angular web application into a mobile application. That means we can generate an APK for Android as well as some iOS application also as well as Android application also. We can convert our mobile application into we can convert our web application into mobile app. That mobile app conversion we are going to done generally with Ionic. Here I'll show you the way how to I'll share the code also how you can move it. You're supposed to learn a lot of tag conversion is there. I'll show you the way. Rest of the thing you're supposed to go along with that way. Okay, so here frankly speaking, I'll tell you yes, and then I'll not teach. I don't want that. Here we are going to learn Angular. I'll show you the way how you can move it along with Ionic. Okay, I've done it. I've worked with Ionic a lot because I wanted to convert a lot of mobile application also. We have done with this. What about React.js? Now, this course is not about React.js. Here we're going to learn an alternative framework called as Angular. See, you can, these are alternative frameworks. Either you learn AngularJS, your work is done there. You can happily move with AngularJS. You don't want to learn deprecated framework, you can move with Angular. I'm the guy from the basics, from the very earliest stage only. I'm working with AngularJS. Then I shift my domain towards Angular only. And there are, there are a lot of, restrictions also in React.js that you're supposed to write a lot of code there in React.js. In Angular, they generate CLI, and we supposed to go with very happily with a lot of readily available codes. Okay, so React.js is not the domain I'm going to teach. I'm going to teach AngularJS. React is just a library. Imagine this: React is just a library. Angular is a complete framework. That means we'll have a lot of combination of readily available code with Angular. Okay. Now, yes, yes, yes. Apart from that, what will be the what you will be teaching in Linux? See, basically, I have given that Linux. I'm not going to have a classes on Linux operating system. Okay, Linux is what just showcase to you people that you're supposed to have a good skills that you can learn this. Earlier, I used to teach this Linux, but the course duration little bit lengthy then. So I don't want to include Linux basics inside. Okay, you can either operate over a Windows platform or Linux platform. No, there's no issue. But Linux, okay, if you have a Linux as a platform, it's very is an added advantage for your skills. Like you can code, you can code in development environment. Same thing you can code in production environment also. That you'll have a handiness there. But I'll teach with what? I'll teach you guys. I'll not teach you Linux. I'll directly start with version control system or source code management. Do you have any other sessions? Yes. Online, as per now, I have only one slot, that is 8 to 9 or 8 to 9:30, because see, I'm doing a lot of stuff in morning. 7:30 onwards, I'll have offline sessions. 7:30 to around 12:30, around 7 o'clock to around 12:30 around, I'll have these sessions. Uh, Classroom sessions will be there. Then after that, I'll go for my office. My office work will be there. I'm working as a lead so that I have some leverage time. So that's why I'm moving towards free time. I'm taking this one. In the evening, I'll have only one slot, that is 8 o'clock. Okay. Anyways, I'm planning for morning time also. I'm planning some, so that I can have some session in between, like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. If it started, it's not confirmed yet. If it is started, I'll ask admin people to inform me out. Okay. Yes, I'm in EST time zone. Okay, fine. Let me discuss with these people that is any what will be the timing for you guys, for you, Chandrasekhara. Like it will be around morning here, morning time, like morning 7:30. Okay, let me discuss this thing with admin people that if they have any slot. For me, it's very congested time, frankly speaking. And moving with this thing, for me it became lengthy. 10 a.m. in the morning. Okay, I'll check my free timing slots, and sure, I'll ask to specially message Chandrasekhar for regarding the time. Okay, and you people can you people can unmute yourself now, and you can shoot your question if you have any. If you have any doubt, any questions, you can unmute yourself and shoot the questions. I'm ready to resolve your queries now. And thank you for being patient for this much time. Okay, like to listen me out. Okay, if you have any questions, okay, just shoot your questions so that I can solve the query. If you don't have any, just put a message that we don't have any questions, so that I'll leave you guys for rest of your work. And if you have any problem related to my speed, or see, actually there's a lot inside, so I adopted this methodology that little go little bit speedy, so I can reduce this speed also. There is no problem. Okay, we can discuss on this later. But for now, if you have any query, just unmute yourself and shoot your question. Otherwise, type inside that from your side, say I don't have any query. Okay, just type it down, I don't have any query, so that I can leave you guys. See, guys, please, have you handled transport layer in application in full stack? Transport layer. Yes. Transport layer installed. You're asking about a middleware API, like REST API you're calling? Yeah, we do handle it out. See, we use REST API as a middleware to transfer data between front end and back end. Okay, and business layer will be there actually inside Node.js. We have a persistent logic inside your Node platform itself. Persistent logic, as well as your how you make how to make it secure. For making API secure, I'm going to use token-based authorization. I'm going to use something like server is going to send a token and client is going to accept that particular token. I'll use tokens. Okay, like I'll use some like around more than 80 70 to 80 digit token. I'll send that token to the front end side. Front end people will consume that token and save it. See, earlier people used to use something like session based authorization. Okay, but session based authorization makes your server little bulky. Like, it consumes a lot of resources to a session side. Anyways, when we go towards authorization authentication, that time I'll tell you that why I'm choosing token based, why I'm not choosing session based. See, session based create a lot of storage towards server side, and we were supposed to avoid that storage, like storage. One user, two user, fine, but if 1,000 lakhs of users are coming to your platform and server is consuming that much lakhs of sessions or 2 lakhs of session or 3 lakhs of session at a time, it becomes little bulky for server to handle it out. For that reason, what we'll do, we'll convert everything to token based authorization and authentication. Okay, so we'll secure our sessions, secure our API with the help of tokens, not with the help of sessions. Uh, so store in the local storage. No, we are going to use this thing. Local storage also we can use, or we can use something called as session storage will be there inside browser side. See, anyways, look, like Google or Gmail also use local storage or session storage to store either session storage or local storage. Either these two things will use front end side. Okay, I don't want to make it more technical, but I'll tell you this thing out. We can use anything. I'll go back here. Okay, for this question only, other people don't get confused. I'll go back to the layer, application layer, for example. Now, right now you can use what local storage also for storing some data, as well as what you can do, you can use session storage also for storing some data. So we are going to use this. You may use this one, we may use this one. Okay, so either these two things we are going to use, session storage or local storage, client side. Okay, for client side storage, we are going to choose these two, either sessions or local storage. Anyways, we supposed to store it, right? Or from my side, session will be more best option to store, because window to window it varies. Okay, so session will be the best option to store. I'll show you both the way, don't worry. Okay, any other question? Yeah, thank you guys. You have any question? Anybody unmuting? So, yeah, so thank you for being patient till the end. Okay, so yeah, I'll explain everything, don't worry. I'll explain installation, I'll explain tool setups. I'll start from the basic level. I'll give you where to find, what to find, how you can research from your side, how if I'm not there, how you are going to handle it, everything from your side. See, what I do actually, from the first day onwards, I'll detach I'll make your mentality that you'll not be dependent on me. You'll be capable enough to handle everything by yourself. That means I'll show you a way. See, here for me it's not like spoon feeding. I'll show you the way. Some task I'll do it here, some tasks I'll show you the way you're supposed to do it and submit it. Okay, then and then only this thing is going to happen, everything. Okay, next section timing, same 8 o'clock tomorrow. Tomorrow I think we're supposed to have the first session of the class that will start with source code management. Okay, so just attend few sessions, get mingle with me, then you get comfortable. Once you get comfortable, you can enroll it out, no problem. Okay, so tomorrow there will be 8 o'clock, same timing, sessions will be there. Sundays, no, Sundays I don't take sessions, please. Okay, Sunday I leave you guys for your family, and I'll keep myself free for my family. Okay, on Sunday. So Sunday there will be no sessions. On Saturday also, probably sometime I try to take a sessions if necessary. Okay, otherwise I'll not have session on the Saturdays also. But majority it will be there on Saturdays. Sundays it will be holiday. Okay. Then thank you guys. Thank you for listening this demo. Soon I'll catch you guys with the first session tomorrow. Okay. Till then, hola, bye bye. Any doubts? Bye bye, guys.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, hello, hello, hello.